All right. I want to put this on wax. Astrology is due to change. Yes, my beloved followers, my beloved confidants, hopes, helps, blessers of all kinds, parishioners, practitioners, crafters. The age is changing. We know that, right? So, the biggest thing is astrology has to change. We are basing astrology off an age that was hijacked by the age's god. Yes, Jupiter did hijack his own age early. So the effects of Jupiter being in your astrology are going to change drastically. You're getting a lot of benefit, like the UCLA and also all sorts of people who got spiritual benefits from spiritual enterprise that was taken through craft. It was taken through craft. I'm telling you, it was taken through craft. The lack of injuries, the 10.0 scores, the special things, I felt like I just got helped a little bit. That I kipped too hard for it to be that many degrees upright and then on my heels. Those moments are spiritually induced, not by your own spirit. We're in an age where the Greek system, the Olympic system, right, the sorority system, the university system, they still have access to a certain magic. That certain magic is certain spirits, right? Now, people that get inducted into the sorority, into the university system, you get inducted into a magic. They get access to a magic. They get access to the Olympic spirits, right? The ones that come out of the sun, out of Venus, out of Mercury, out of Mars, out of Jupiter, out of Saturn, right? They get access to all those. Out of the moon. There's one in the moon, too. The Fool, right? Phul, the Fool, right? This enterprise is why collegiate sports has entertainment value in the way that it does today. There's a certain mental, psychosocial fluid that's associated with the process that creates NCAA sports and the stuff that makes it on TV. Wrap your mind around this. The stuff that makes it on TV, right? National television and stuff. Those things are all on a certain wavelength. The wavelength of the age's god. The age's god right now is Jupiter. And he hijacked his own age by crucifying Mars in the beginning, basically ended the age of Aries. The age of Aries, his ruler was Mars. No, the sun did not get crucified. The personality of the sun, S-U-N, did not get crucified. The personality of Mars, living out his restitution at the end of his age, right, got destroyed by Jupiter, right? Mars, aka the Jews, trying to come out of dogma, trying to come into the original sciences, trying to come back out of a religious tyranny and out of social tyranny and out of captivity tyranny, trying to move into a societal development, right? They got a man that was taking him out of that magic, right? That man was Mars, right? Taking him out of that warrior, got to take everybody down, got to be the ruling class. No, took him out of that spirit. He had spiritual power, just like Jupiter does. What Jupiter did is he was so incensed with Mars because he started his age and ended his age with fits of warfare that he was supposed to, right? Jupiter got in through the Latin part of the Roman Empire, not the Greek part, but the Latin part. It was a Jupiterian slide at the end of the age of Aries, right? Astrology has to change. This age was hijacked by its own god and forwarded its fluidity through the enterprise, a spiritual enterprise of the father of spirits, the limit himself, Saturn, right? Satrial Saturn, Saturnus, the seventh circle. This is his realm, right? This is his authorization. He has authority here. His sun is Jupiter. His sun, yes, from ages to ages, the great year, 24,000 year procession. Some of us come in and out as rulers and don't do it right, right? This age was brought in, the age of Pisces, by its own god of the age, which basically painted over all the things that happened. painted over the crucifixion of his brother, Mars, right? Because all the gods are brothers, their aspects come down in humans, right? In your astrological sign, right? And there'll be a chief one that rules that part of the age, right? You'll get your George Washington, you'll get your initiator, your author of a new experience, whether it be a government, a new authorization, a colony, however it is. They use specific people. The gods use specific people, which are the planets. We're an image, not only of the planets' materials, the elements, but also their mental, physical, psychosocial personas, much like the Greeks, the Hellenistic system characterized for us, right? We are in hell. This is hell. This is a grinding, constant thing that never stops, right? The future is society developing up in a capacity where the top of it comes down to Earth and starts acting like humans and not like autonomous things that are completely sentient and separate from physicality. Start acting like humans with spirits in them instead of like celestial spirits that can have authority over humans. When you come down from that in the authoritative position, because that's a human with that authoritative spirit, a godlike mind, not doing messed up stuff to people, right? Jupiter did that. He came in and did all messed up stuff, brought all the spiritual enterprise because he hijacked his own age. The age was cursed from the get-go. He had to cover all over the images, all over religion as it was. It had to be renaissanced, right? Over and over. Iconoclized, renaissanced, military campaigned. It wasn't supposed to be a military age. It wasn't supposed to have any of that stuff, right? So the way astrology works and the way you get your psychosocial spiritual benefits from Jupiter is demonic energy. Demonic spirits go out to the people that are asking things from Jupiter, giving them recognition, whether it's through the sorority system or the Greek system or the however astrology system, however you're doing it, right? We all have to because he's a god of the age. Nothing wrong with giving him a little honor. Blessed be bald Jupiter, right? Blessed be the resplendent Baal, right? Never going to go away. But age to age, he's not always the right person to be following, right? So the people that got benefits from that person, that took certain craft, aka certain rights, to get the right spirit, you're going to have to pay for that. We're at the end of the age. It's getting divvied up right now. We've got indications that we're going to move from an age based on luck. And what is luck? I'll tell you what it is. In this age, it is powered by spirits that were taken from people that shouldn't have been taken, that shouldn't be here, because this age is full of people that were taken in craft. A lot of these things you don't realize are regular professions. They're actually guilds and crafts. They're dumping out spirits that whatever they do, something causes one to croak. They get access to their birth chart. It's hanging off them. But there's another thing that happens, right? We've got all these residual things that happen, right? When this age changes, Jupiter's not going to be as significant. So having them in your chart, having them in your sign, not going to be the same thing. Because the age is ruled by Saturn. The age of Aquarius, it's a Saturnian age. It's a feminine Saturnian age. We're going to see more resplendent architecture, right? We're going to see more of the Venusian concept, because that's the femininity. But it's going to have sound fundamentals and principles, and not the funny financing that created everything. The funny financing, the funny spirits, the financing came from demonic enterprise. I don't know if you know that. The demonic enterprise, the rule of 72 is a joke. It's demonic enterprise, the Goetia. It came from what they would call primordial spirits. Funny financing takes people say that have a bunch of gold, and then you who have nothing, somehow you end up with all their things, but did nothing, but a bunch of necromancy on paper. That's this age. It's a theft age. Spiritual theft, mental theft, propriety, theft of propriety of all kinds, whether it's intellectual propriety, physical propriety, authorizations, right? You have to have agency for everything. That means someone else has agency before you. You don't even know who that person is. But you need a lawyer in order to engage with a process that's going to beat you down and fleece you. Ridiculous. This age is over. Be careful, everyone, because Jupiter powers your luck by spirits. Spirits are always around you, right? The whole thing is controlled by spirits. The luck is about to go away. And we're going to see it. The luck is going to go away from high places. And it's going to be obvious, right? in age, we're going to be more careful. You have to put your hand on the plow and think a little bit more. And not just do things, right? Plan better. Not finance stuff that you don't know if on the other end is actually going to bring a value. Finance means a production, not the possibility if it ever the enterprise even works. That research should have been done before the concept got funded. But somehow, there are people who get those fundings, and there are other people with a similar concept that get ignored. That's his place. That's his age. If it was the correct age, it would be by merit. Everybody would be able to get a shot at the same opportunity. If I have the same business plan, right, I should have the same opportunity, right? It's not that way. You don't even do it with the business plan anymore. You can suck an egg if you got a fucking business plan. Go try and do that. Unless it's one of them NGO government programs, which got your money before you and are divvying it back out to you. Ridiculous. The end is everywhere. You can't see it? Come on. It's just coming about a different way. Y'all blessings in the sun. And may the spirits bless you the way you bless the spirits, right? The people around you. Because there's a power that still wants you to do the things that you would want done to you. All right, later.